Hey guys, Brandon back. It's been a while. Did you miss me? Probably not. Anyway, today I'm going to be playing through a game I just recently got. Pretty excited about it. I'm going to be playing through Gaia Project. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to be playing through Gaia Project, which, if you know anything about me, you know I really like Terra Mystica. It's one of my favorite games. Gaia Project is spiritual successor to Terra Mystica. Lots of similar mechanics. Totally different theme. Instead of, fantasy races, now it's space. So aliens colonizing worlds. Anyway, let's get Gaia Project to the table. Oh yeah, and what am I pairing it with today? Well, since I am such a big fan of Terra Mystica, I figure the My Oh My Caramel Macchiato Milk Stout from Red Hook would be a good pair for Gaia Project. So let's get Gaia Project to the table. Let's get this little bad boy in the glass, and let's have some fun. So here we have Gaia Project all set up for the solo game, where you play against an Automa player, which is ruled by this deck of cards here. It basically just tells it what actions it's going to do. And then those actions kind of follow specific rules for like where they place buildings, yada yada, so on and so forth. Anyway, what you do during setup is you set up a mine on one of your home system type planets. So I, as the best gods, which are these robot people here, they can go on these like gray planets. So I set mine up on these two planets here, and the Taclons, who are the Automa deck that I'm playing against, they start on brown planets. So what you do for their placement is they're always going to place closest to the center of the map. And this is the closest one to the center because it's not in the furthest ring out. And then what you do if you base it off of a tie is you'll flip over one of these Automa cards and you basically just follow this zigzag pattern. So basically you're just going to go along the bottom edge of the map. This one was placed, and then it places it there. And these are the rules that will dictate like some of the actions later on. I'll show you how all of that works when we actually get to an Automa player turn. So you set that up. Then what you do is in reverse turn order, since you're first player, you start the game with the handy dandy first player marker. The Automa player will determine which one of the 5 bonus markers, and you can't see them, they're a little off screen because this game devours tables if you cannot tell. You have your map, you've got your technology board, you've got your scoreboard way over here that you can kind of see off screen. I'll bring that on when we actually need to use it. You've got individual player boards. There's a lot in this game. It's pretty crazy how much stuff comes with it. But you start with 5 of these spaced out, and then you again flip over one of those Automa cards, and of those 5, like this one shows that it would take the first of the 5 ones during setup. So anyway, those will go back over there. So I moved some stuff around so that you could see those bonus markers up here in the corner, because that will play a part in the game later on, and you'll see how that works. So anyway, setup is all done. I have this bonus marker, which this allows me to basically settle a planet that is one space away from my home type. And if you look on your faction board here, it will actually tell you, so it takes 1 upgrade to settle one of the white planets or brown planets, 2 to go with a blue or yellow, 3 to go with a red or orange. And also, I start the game with $15, which is denoted by this little yellow spot here, 4 workers, which you see here, and 1 technology over here. So, with the best gods, my special ability of them is I get this additional action each round where I can just place this token on here, and it allows me to move one of my lowest technology markers up 1. So that's just an additional action I get to do. And also, what's different about the best gods is normally these are in the opposite positions, but they set their board up this way. And then also underneath these trading houses, normally that is money underneath those, but for the best gods it's actually scientific research, and money is underneath these buildings here. So that's reversed. Normally it's the opposite way on most of the other races that you can be. Alright, I think that's enough preamble. I'll go into the technology tracks and what I'm trying to do on those over there. Also, on the main board, the main scoreboard over here, these are ways to get points in each round. So in the first round, if you put one of your mines onto one of the Gaia planets, which are the green ones, you'll get 3 points. Every time you upgrade in the second round, you'll get 2 points. If you make one of the 3 highest level buildings in the third round, you'll get 5 points. You will get 5 points if you make a federation in the fourth round. In the fifth round, you will get 4 points for each of your trading houses that you build that round. And then this is 2 points for every upgrade that you do. Or not upgrade, but we'll call it Gaia forming. Which, that's kind of an odd term to use because that is also another thing that you can do in this game. Oh, there's a lot. It's so good. Anyway, also, I forgot to point that out. Also, if you notice, these are in-game scoring bonuses that you can achieve. You start the game, obviously, on level 0. And if you look here, you also, in the solo game, you put in this third player marker just to try to beat, so you're not just trying to beat one thing, the Automa player, you're trying to beat a couple things just to make it a bit more interesting to help with the scoring as well. But this is a number of buildings that you have in federations. You have to try to beat 10 or whatever the Automa gets. Here, this is the number of Gaia planets that you have colonized. 4, you're trying to get to that. And you'll get 6 points for third, 12 for second, and 18 for first. Also at the end of the game, for every level that you're above, like if you make it to the third level of any one of these technologies, you'll get 4 points. If you make it to the fourth level, you would get 8 points. So for each level that you're above 3 or above, you will get 4 points for. And then also you will get 1 point for 3 resources at the end of the game. Okay, I think that's probably enough preamble. Let's just hop right in and start doing some actions, and we'll kind of explain stuff a little bit more in detail as we do those. So, what are the actions you can do? One, you can build a mine onto an adjacent location. And at the beginning of the game, you can only go to adjacent locations. Because your travel distance is 1, which means so I could build something there. But in order to build there, I'm going to have to terraform that planet so that I can actually live on it. Which, your terraforming level at the start of the game is 3. It cost you 3 workers, so I would have to move this down 1 in order to terraform this planet. Then, in order to build the mine, like I wanted to do, that's going to cost me, if you look down here on your player board, that would cost 1 worker and $2 in order to place that mine out on that map, in that spot. So, the second thing you can do, so you have these 3 Gaia formers over here. Currently, I don't have access to any one of them, but if I had access to one of them out here, so let's say this one is available to me, I could then Gaia form a planet, one of these uninhabitable planets right here. I could Gaia form one of those, which, again, you have to be within distance of yourself. So let's say I had upgraded this to this point, to where that's 2 away. So I could place that Gaia former on there. In order to do that, you have to spend the level of your Gaia forming, which would be 6 power, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All of this would just slide into this location. Then, next round, during the Gaia phase, all of this stuff, denoted by this arrow, moves down into this first box of my power wheel here. And I'll go over the power wheel a little bit more in a little bit. So that is that action. It allows you to just place this out there, which would then turn that planet eventually into a Gaia planet, which you could then colonize. Gaia planets basically act like your home planet. You can colonize those. It's totally fine. You're totally able to do that. You're not cheating. So that is action number 2. Action number 3 is you can upgrade any one of your buildings out in the world. So like I could upgrade one of these 2 buildings to the next possible building, which would be one of these trading houses. If you look here, there's this slight little raise in the board. So these can upgrade to this, and then these can upgrade to either here or here, and then this upgrades to there. So that's how upgrading works. And again, you just pay the costs down here. So it would be like 3 or 6 money, depending on adjacency. And adjacency, the way that works, so if you are within 2, so let's say they had built here. Let's say they had built there. So they're within 2 of me. So if I upgrade this one, since it's 1, 2 spaces away, I would pay $3 instead of $6 to upgrade to this trading house. Everything else, it's just straight cost. You do get a discount on the trading houses. Okay, let's move that back. So upgrading, that's the 3rd action. The 4th action is you can establish a federation. And a federation is a grouping of planets with a total power of 7 that are connected. And that can either be like directly adjacent, or let's say I had built up here and here, and this isn't actually 7 power. It would have to be that. So their power level here is a total of 7, because this building, if you look on your player board, that building has 3 power level. These each have 2. So that is 2, 4, plus 3 is 7. So that would be a total power of 7. And in order to make those all adjacent, or to make them a federation, what I would have to do is place a satellite that connects them in some manner. And you always have to do it the most efficiently. It won't let you just place out extra ones. Like I couldn't just place out another one there just for the sake of doing it. It's the least amount that you can do in order to make them adjacent. So this is adjacent to that, which is adjacent to that. So those are all adjacent. And in order to place this cube, I would have had to have a power here that I could spend in order to place that satellite, making them adjacent. So that is the 4th action, make a federation. And when you do that, you take one of these bonus tiles, and you can either get 12 points straight up, you can get 6 points and then 2 technology, 7 points and $6, 8 points, and add 2 power into the first area of your power wheel section, or 8 points and one of these QIC cubes, which I'll go over those in a second, or you can get 7 points and 2 more workers. Okay, that is the 4th action. The 5th action is you can spend 4 research in order to move up on one of these tracks. Last thing you can do, or 6th thing you can do, is you can spend power, like 7 power to get 3 research, 5 power to do 2 terraforming, 4 power to get 2 workers, 4 power to get $7, 4 power to get 2 research, 3 power to get 1 terraforming, and 3 power to add 2 more power cubes to your power cycle. Or you can spend QIC cubes. You can spend 2 QIC cubes to get 3 points, and then 1 point for each type of planet that you're on. You can spend 3 QIC cubes to basically just take all of the benefits of one of your Federation tokens again. Or you can spend 4 QIC cubes to gain one of these technology upgrades. And I'll go over those in a little bit. Well, as I get them, because they have like multiple effects. One, they give you the thing, like if you notice these little stars right in the bottom left corner of this 7-point thing, that means you just immediately get 7 points. These, the ones with the hand underneath, means you're going to get that income each round. This is just going to be a little action. Here, this one with that like gray shaded arrow, because if you notice, there are also this blue or this green arrow, and then if you look on here, there's like this red arrow. The red arrow means when you pass, you will get this. The green arrow means anytime you do this action, which is put a mine on a Gaia planet, you would get 3 points. And this one means when you take this tile, you will immediately get 1 power for each type of planet that you're on. So, when you take these tiles, not only do you gain the benefits, but if you take this tile, you're going to advance 1 in this research track. If you take this one, advance that track, so on and so forth. If you take any one of these 3 down here, you can pick any one track and advance up that. And when you advance up tracks, again, anything with the little star in the bottom corner is an immediate effect. Anything else, it just means you're getting better at that action. That was the 6th action. 7, you can do one of your special actions on your board. Or like for this instance, like I took this round bonus where I can do 1 terraforming for free. And then the 8th thing you can do is pass. Now, let's start the game. I go first since I'm playing solo. And let's move these over here. I'm going to go first since you do that in a solo game. So let's move these back off of the board. I'm not that much of a cheater. Oh yeah, these QIC cubes, you can use them to do these actions, but then you can also use them, if you look here, you can use them to gain +2 to the amount of distance that you can travel. So right now, instead of being able to travel 1, I could travel 3. So for instance, I could get to this Gaia planet. You can also use these to settle a Gaia planet, and you can also use these to get one additional worker. So yeah, QIC cubes are pretty powerful. They're pretty awesome. They do a lot of good things for you. Okay, so the first thing you do in a round is you do income. And at the start of the game, I don't have much income. I get 3 additional workers. 1, 2, 3. And because I took this round bonus marker, I'm going to get $2 additional. So I have a total of 17, 7 workers, and 1 technology. I think how I'm going to start is I'm just going to spend this to advance on this track. I really want to push technology since that's also what they're good at doing. And getting more research income seems like a good idea to me. So maybe I can just boost everybody up. So that would be my first action. So real quickly to show you how you set up the Automa deck is if you look down here, there's this little green number. Most of the cards don't have those numbers, but what you do is you take these 6 starting cards that have those numbers, you shuffle those up, and then you take the bottom 3 and you turn them sideways, and that will become apparent why you do that in a little bit. So now what you do for them is you're going to flip 1 card and like that. Then you're going to flip a 2nd card. And now what you can do is you can ignore the 2 outside edges. So this is the action that you're going to do. And this, since this green little circle is lit up, that means this is going to denote how this action works. And what this action is it's going to upgrade. And it's telling you on the card the priority. So the first thing you want to do is be able to build this. But in order to build that, they have to go through the normal chain. So they would have to build this and then be able to build that. So they can't do that. Second would be to build a trading house. So they're going to build a trading house, and again they're going to follow this orientation. So they're going to come along here, and this is the first one that you come across. So that gets upgraded to that, and then right down here it shows 1 point, so they're going to score 1 point. That is how the Automa is going to score points throughout the game, besides in-game scoring. So that was the Automa's turn. Now back to me. I think I'm going to do this action on the round bonus. I want to build here, so I can place that guy there, which he's going to cost me 1 worker and $2 in order to build there. And that was my turn. Back to the Automa. So this card goes there. Flip out a new one. This one just slid over. So now this means they want to place a mine. Now, when you place a mine, the automa acts by a few standard rules to figure out what they're going to do. So if you look in the rule book here, the condition is they have to have at least one mine in their supply, which they do. They've got 7 left. So, valid options. Any empty planet, including transdim planets, which are the uninhabitable ones, within the automa's range. And the range is determined right here. So it's within range of 2. So they have to be within 2 spaces. So that would be these 2 planets, this planet, and these 3 are the only ones that are within range of them. Then you check tiebreakers. And right now the tiebreaker is the bottom end game bonus, so any green ones, so Gaia planet, so it's going to be one of these 2. You go by planet type that requires the fewest terraforming steps. It's the same. So now they go by the plant ones closest to one of my planets, which would be this one. So then that goes there. And then the last prerequisite would be order. So basically it would have come down this way, and again it would have been that one. And now anytime a planet is by itself, and so there's no other planets of theirs, like they're not inhabiting any of these spaces around that, so they would get to place one of these satellites, and you just get to pick. And the reason you place the satellite is 1, it kind of blocks spaces for you, and 2, one of the end game scoring things is the amount of satellites that you've placed out on the board. So we'll just stick that there, kind of away from me. You get to pick in the solo game where those get placed. Alright, my next action that I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade one of these, which that is going to cost 2 workers and $6 because I don't have an opponent within 3, bringing me down to 9. And for the automa's turn, so now you get to see why you turned these 3 sideways. So now, once we get to the final 3 cards, when you flip it over, if the X is there, then the automa will pass. If it's green like this, then the automa keeps playing and does the actions. So the automa passes. So now you come over to the main scoring board, and you look at, so we're in round 1. So you look here, and if it's the first, second, or third round, you'll get the automa scores these points. If it's in the 4th, 5th, or 6th round, they score these points. And obviously they're not all 2 and 2 like that. If you look here, it's 2 and 4, 0 and 5, 0 and 5, 3, 6, so on and so forth. They're different. So the automa will score 2 points. They should have 1 extra point because they scored a point the first round, a point the second round, which I never actually gave them, and now they score 2 points for the finish of the round. And then you look at the support card, not the action card. And you look right here, and it shows that they're going to take the leftmost round bonus. So this one comes off, and then theirs comes in and slides everything else, and it goes the furthest to the right. So that's the end of the automa's turn. And then they take all of those cards, and then you take one of the remaining ones that didn't have that green denoting the starting hand. So you take 1, add it to that, shuffle those up, and again take the bottom 3, flip those sideways, and now the automa is ready for round 2. And since they passed first, they will be the first player for the following round. Yep, I'm going to upgrade 1 of these. that trading house to that, which again will cost me 3 workers and $5, bringing me down to 4. And since I built one of these, notice this little outline. Notice this outline that's around these 3 buildings and these 2 buildings here. That means I get to take one of these technology tiles. And I think, since my income is way over here, I think I'm going to take this technology tile, which now will allow me to upgrade any one of these. And I think, yeah, let's go here to really help my income out. I'm going to pass, so get rid of those, and I think I am going to take really like to get money again. No, I'm going to take this one. So, everybody passed. So now, we flip this over. We are on to round 2. And, real quick for some bookkeeping, let's look at this. So, yeah, that's at 4, that's at 10. The Automa is already on 1 Gaia planet, so they're up to 1. And then the Automa's Federation thing, the way that works in this game is you count the number of colonies they have. So they have 3 right now, and then you subtract 1, so that puts them at 2. It seems like an odd way to make that work, but I'm sure that they balanced that and figured that in. So round 2, first step is income. If you look out here, I get 1 technology. I gain $2 and 1 power. So power rotates up. Power always rotates from the first area here into the second, and then once this area is empty, then you can rotate stuff into the third, and then the third area is when it's actually usable to do these and to build satellites, so on and so forth. When you do the Gaia forming projects on the Transdim planets, you can take that power from anywhere on the board. So it can be from 1 and 2 areas, not just from the third area. That was the income out there. Now I get another additional technology and 1 worker. I'm going to get $3, 3 more workers, and 4 more dollars. The Automa player is first. So they are going to upgrade again. And since they have this out here, they can upgrade to their main building, which then is going to get them 1 point. For my first action this round, I am going to just, again, upgrade, and it has to be one of my lowest ones. I'm going to upgrade this one to try to get my movement up, which is going to get me another QIC cube, so I'm up to 2 of those right now. And for the Automa player, this means they're going to upgrade a technology. So what you do is, it's going to be the first one coming in from the right, which is denoted by this. So it will be this one, they move up there, and they gain 0 points. Alright, my next action is I'm going to actually spend some QIC cubes. So I'm going to spend 1 to increase my range up to 3. I'm only going to go 2 to come to here. And then I'm going to spend another 1 so that I can colonize that Gaia planet. and that's going to cost me 1 worker and $2. And for the Automa player, they're going to upgrade again, which means they are going to take one of these, and again it's going to be top down, so here, and they get another point, and they're screaming into the lead, 16-10. I'm not doing so hot. And my next move is, again, going to upgrade this here, which will cost me 2 workers and $6 more, bringing me down to 5. And for the Automa player, and again they pass because that was one of the final 3. So they are going to get 2 more points, bringing them up to 18, and they're going to take the middle round bonus. So again, I'll shuffle those, add in the last card. I think I'm also going to pass. Yeah, I'm also going to pass. But I forgot that when I upgraded doing this action, when I upgraded that, I should have gotten 2 points for the round. So I'm actually at 12. But I'm going to pass. So I'll get rid of this. And which one of those do I want? Let's go with 4 money just in case. And it's a guaranteed point at the end of the round, so that's a thing. Okay. So that is the end of round 2. And for round 3, round 3, first income. So again, I'm going to get 2 money, 1 power, 1 technology, and that's it out there. I'm going to get 4 more money, 1 more power, or technology, 3 more money, and 3 more workers, and 4 more money. Okay. And nothing to do during the Gaia phase because I didn't start a Gaia project. So we move along. The Automa player is going to place another mine. And the range again is 2. Again, they're looking to form on a Gaia planet, so it's going to be that one. And that's also alone. So place out another one of those, and they get 3 points. 1, 2, 3. So it's 21-12. They're killing me. Alright, I think the first thing I'm going to do... Oh, that shouldn't be covered up. First thing I'm going to do this round is... I'm going to spend 4 to move this up to there. So now I can go 2 spaces, which is... huge. I need that. I'm stuck not really being able to do anything unless I do that. So that's my first action, and now for the Automa's second. So this means they're going to do their race action, which is this here, which they, for the Taclons, they're going to place out a mine, and that gives them a range of 3, and they want to do the shortest distance to one of my planets. So 1, 2, 3, so they can do either of those 2 would be the closest. So then you fall back to the other tiebreakers, which are, again, if you remember, you go by the end game scoring, which that doesn't really affect either of those. Fewest terraforming steps for them. Yellow is least terraforming, so they'll go here. And that again is by itself. They don't have a plan around it, so I'll place that there. And then their additional action is they get to take one of these actions, and that's going to follow the support card. So it's going to be one from the left. So they cover up that action, and they gain 2 points. So it is 23-12. Feeling pretty good. Okay, my second action, I'm just going to do that and upgrade again. I'll move that one up because again it has to be one of my lowest, so it's one of those three because I want those 2 workers, those 2 additional workers. Plus that also makes it so I'm a step closer to making terraforming be a little bit easier for me to do. Alright, so that's the end of my turn. On to the Automa, and again they're going to place out a mine, and now the range again is 2. Notice they're not going to go by those. So, range of 2. It's going to put them, those 2 here, here, and these 2. Fewest terraforming steps, any of those that are, this one's fewest. Yep. So they're going to go there. And that one is connected, so you don't need to place out another satellite. And they gain a point, so they're up to 24. They have doubled my score. Yay! Alright, my next action is I'm going to take this and upgrade that. Which is going to cost me 6 workers, bringing me down to 1 and $6. There's 3 and 3. Total of 6. And since that was one of these buildings, I get to take another technology, which again will move me up. I'm going to go with this technology, which moves that up, which gets me a QIC. And now that'll help my income for the rest of the game again. And on to the Automa. So now, again, they're going to upgrade, and it's going to be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're going to move that up 1. And again, 0 points. Alright, I think I'm going to pass, but again, I forgot, since I built one of my top tier things, I should have gotten 5 points, putting me to 17, getting me slightly closer. I think I'm going to want to do some terraforming next round, so I'm going to take that one. And that is the end of my turn. On to the Automa. And again, that was one of the final 3, so they pass as well. They're going to gain 0 points. And they will take the leftmost. Oh, when I passed, I should have gotten a point for having that. So I'm actually at 18 to their 24. They're still killing me. And I'll shuffle those, add in another card. Alright, let's do a quick recap of where we're sitting at on these. We just finished the 3rd round. And I am on 1 Gaia planet. The Automa is on 2. And then they have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 planets. So that puts them up to 5 for their Federation. I'm still at 0. So that is where we're sitting on endgame scoring. And I was the first person to pass, so I will be first player. Let's see what I do. So now to do income. Almost forgot about that. So income, I'm going to get $2 and 1 power. Moving that over. I'm going to get 1 technology. 2 more dollars. Well, that's 1, 2. 2 more technology. 3 more dollars. 1, 2, 3. 3 more workers. 4 more dollars. 1 more worker. And 1 more power. And for my first action, I'm going to upgrade this mine to this trading house, which will cost me 2 workers and $6, bringing me down to 2. And it is the Automa's turn. So the Automa is going to upgrade again, and it's going to be the second. So that one moves up, and no points for them. For my third action, I'm going to come here, which means I'm going to use this action. Oh, and I haven't done that yet. And that's 1, 2 spaces away, which meets my ability to expand. So I can go there. That's 1 upgrade, which I got, or 1 terraform level, which I got with that. So I place out a mine, which will cost me 1 worker and $2. And that's it for that turn. So, Automa's action. They are going to upgrade. Again, priority dictates that it's going to be one of these. And again, from the top down. So there. And now we get into this. So they are within 2 of me. So this is a level 3 building, so I can give up 2. Yeah, I'm going to give up 2 points to gain 3 power. 1, 2, 3 in order to get to there. So that was the Automa's turn, and they get a point, so they're up to 25 to my 16. I'm going to spend all 4 of that power, or technology, to just boost that. That's the end of my turn. Automa's turn. They're going to do one of these actions. That should be off of there. And it's going to be the first one on the left. And they get a point. So they're up to 26. I'm just going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to make this a federation, because that's level 2, and a level 3. So I'm just going to be 1 to place 1 satellite, which now that's a federation. So now I have to decide amongst those. I feel like I have plenty of money. I'm going to take this, I think, which gives me 8 points. And since I formed a federation, and it is the 4th round, forming a federation gives me an additional 5. That is going to be 13 points. So 8 plus the 5 puts me at 13. And 16 puts me at 29. I'm in the lead! Yay! And I get a QIC cube. Putting that there. Alright, so now for the Automa player's turn. He's going to do this faction action. That rhymed. Sweet rhyme. Alright, so it's within 3 range, and they want it to be shortest distance to one of my planets. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, not quite there, so here, yeah, looks like this one. So, place that there, and they do one of those, which will be 5 from the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 more points. I'll go ahead and do this, which upgrades that, which gets me one of those. And now for the Automa. They're going to place another mine within range of 2. And it's no in-game scoring is not what they're going by. So that's any one of those. So yellow, green, and this guy. Dang it. I wanted to go there. And it's alone. So we'll stick that right there. I'm going to spend 4 of these, 4 power, to do this, which will gain me 2 more workers. Now for the Automa, this is one of the last 3. They keep going, so they're actually going to do this action. They're going to place another mine within range of 2. Again, not going by endgame. So, within range of 2, closest to me would be right there. Those jerks! Encroaching. And that gains them 3 points. Oh, they should have gotten a point for lasting. So, they're back in the lead. I'm going to spend all 6 of that power to do this Gaia Project. Back to the Automa. Oh, they're going to do this action again, which is again place out a mine. And range of 3, closest to one of mine would be here. And they get to do another one of these. Taking that, and 2 more points. That is a big round for them. Alright, I'm going to settle this one, which will I can go a range of 2, so I'm good there. Oh, it'll cost me all 3. That's 4 to go there. Alright, I'm doing it. 4 and $2. Place one of my gentlemen there. Back to the Automa. And they pass this time. So, they're going to get 5 more points, putting them up to 39. And they're going to take that action space, or round bonus, and add another card. Alright, since they pass, they will be first next round. It is still my turn, but I'm all out of workers, so I think that is probably going to call it, which means that I'm going to pass. So, place that over there. Which one do I want? I think I'm going to go with that action, or that bonus marker. And now that's the end of the 4th round, and let's revisit our board here. So, as far as Federation buildings, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out on the board, which means that puts them at 9 total Federation buildings. I have 3 coming in a solid last. As far as Gaia planets, they are on 2, and I am on 1. So that's how we're sitting on endgame scoring. And now on to round 2. So income. I'm going to get $2 more. And 1 power, which I don't have any power available. Then I'm going to gain 2 technology And now over here, I'm going to get 1 worker and 1 technology. And then I'm going to gain 2 more technology, 1 more technology, $3, 3 workers, 4 more dollars, 1 worker, and 1 power. So now we're going to do the Gaia phase, which you haven't really seen this yet until now. So I have this Gaia former out here. So what's going to happen is they're going to replace that Transdim planet with a Gaia planet. The Gaia former comes back to your board. All of these move down into this first space, and that is the Gaia phase. So now we're back to actions. We start with the Automa, since they were first player, and they're going to place out another mind. Again, range of 2. This time they want to try, well, they're already going to do that by placing this out. Now they go for the ones that, oh yeah, this actually stays on there, denoting that I have control of that. That won't come back to your board until you actually build something on that Gaia planet. It's reserving it for you, basically. Anyway, so now they want to build something within range of 2. There is a green, yellow, or gray planet within 2 of them. Nope. So how about orange, Transdim, or white? That's within 2. That's within 2. Closest to one of mine. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So it'll be this Transdim planet they will colonize. And they're going to get another point, bringing them up to 40. Oh, thought I was doing good. Alright, I'm going to just start by doing this, upgrade that. And for the Automa, we're going to do, again, so since they can't do this, what they do instead is they will upgrade. So that's going to be place out one of these, and it'll go right there. And they're going to place out another one of those, which will be the 4th. So taking that spot, and they get 2 more points. I going to build on this Gaia planet, which will cost me 1 worker, 2 money. Bringing that back. Now for the Automa, they're going to upgrade again. We'll place one of these, and it'll go right there. And they get another point. And I'm going to place that there, which costs 2 workers and just $3. Back to the Automa player. They're going to upgrade, and it's going to be the 4th one in. 0 points. Oh, and by placing that, I should have gotten 4 points. Oh, closing that gap ever so slightly. Alright, so it was my turn. What should I do? Still got 2 workers left. Could upgrade. I'm going to spend one of these QIC cubes to gain another worker, putting me up to 3. And I'm going to upgrade that worker, which is going to get me another, oh yeah, that should cost me 3 workers and $2, $3, $4, $5. So now, which type of upgrade do I want? I guess, man, that's so tough. Could really use points right now, but moving up on that track just doesn't seem all that interesting. Yep, I'm gonna do it anyway. It's gonna get me 7 points, putting me up to 40. And Autumn's turn. It's upgrading again, which means he wants to upgrade one of these. They don't have any of those out, so it will take one of these, place it out, and it's going to go top down. So right here, that is within range of me. And again, I can give up 2 points to gain 3 power. Yep, I'm not doing that. And they gain a point, pulling away again. Back to me. I can spend 4. I'm going to move up there, which will gain me 3 power. Back to the Automa. The Automa is going to place another mine, and it's within range of 4. So they can pretty much go most places. Alright. So range of 4. And they're not going by in the top, or yeah, they're going by the top end game, which doesn't really matter. So fewest, so yellow, green, and gray. Yellow is within 4. That's within 4, so one of those 2. Closest to my planets. That is 2 away, so he's going to go with the yellow. And he gets to place out another one of those. Alright, back to me. I'm out of workers and all that stuff, so I'm going to pass. Oh, I'm not going to pass. Silly me. I'm going to spend all 6 of that to place out that Gaia former. Now, Autumn's turn. They're doing their action, so something within 3. Shortest distance to one of my planets. That's within 2. That's within 1. That's 3 from them, so there. And they place that. Now it's my turn, and now I am going to pass. And I think, yep, I'm going to just take this one, I think. It's only 3 points. It's 3 points. Do I need the 3 points? Or, yeah, I think I'm going to take this one. That's it for me. And the Automa passes, so they're going to gain 6 points, putting them up to 50, and they are 10 ahead. Not looking so great. And they're going to take this one. That flips, and let's revisit the scoring board. So, buildings and federations. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that puts them up to 12 to my 3. And Gaia planets, they have 2. I have 2. So that's a close race. And that's the end of round 5. Round 6, income. I'm going to gain 3 technology and 2 money. And 1 power, which I don't have any power at the moment. And now I'm going to gain 2 of these. So actually, I would have that power because you can do these in any order. So I would gain 1 power and take 1 worker, 3 more technology, 7 more money. There's 1, 6 is 7, and 3 more workers, putting me up to 4, plus 4 more money, putting me up to 10, plus another worker, plus 1 more power. Now, Gaia phase. That is going to go out there. Oh, that covers that. And then these 6 come back. That is the Gaia phase. I pass first, so I will be first player. My first action is going to be to spend 4 to move, I guess, this one up, which is going to gain me 3 power. Oh, I forgot to create the Automa deck. So I'm going to do that. The first action for the Automa is they're going to cover up the first one to in from the left, and they're going to gain 3 points. They're at 53. Still killing me. Man, this is my first time playing the Beskids and Best Gods, and I am not doing so great with them, I don't think. Just trying to figure out how to use each faction the best can be very difficult. But that's what makes this game great, and Terra Mystica great, was the trying to figure out how to utilize each group to their full potential. Okay, second action, I'm going to come here and upgrade this 1 more time, which is going to get me 2 more workers. For the Automa, placing out another thing, which they don't have, so they're going to upgrade. And again, coming from top down, that's going to be right here. That is within a range of 2, so I would get 1 power. And in fact, I'm pretty sure I have not done that throughout this game. Like every time they place near me, I should have been able to gain power. And I haven't always been doing that. Enough of that, they get 3 more points, putting them at 56. Now I'm going to spend 4 and 6 to build that there. Which now makes all of my buildings have 1 extra power. So, getting close to doing a thing, maybe, I don't know. Automa's turn. We're going to upgrade the 4th one in. So they go there. Back to me, I'm going to upgrade that, which costs 2 and $3. For the Automa, placing out another mine within range of 2. Closest to mine be here, here. Yeah, one of those 2, they're the same color. So it's going to be this one. Stick that there. I'm going to do that, which which will move that up one, which will give me another QIC. And they're upgrading. So now they can place that out, which will go right there. And they gain 3 more points. Putting them at 59 to my 40. All right, I'm going to spend both of these QICs to gain 2 more workers. I'm going to upgrade that to that, which cost me all 3 workers and $5. And I'm going to get another thing, so I'll take that one, which will get me 1 more worker and 1 QIC, and that will allow me to advance on any track. I will advance on this track, which I can use this. I have to flip this Federation token. When you get one of these advanced technologies, you have to flip one of the Federation tokens that have this green symbol over to its red and silver side. So I flip that, and now I have to use this to cover up one of those. So now, this is a one-time thing. I'm going to get 2 points for each one of my mines that I have out. I only have 2, so that will be 4 points for doing that. I also, since I advanced this, gained this Federation token, which will give me 7 more points. 44 to 51, plus 6 more money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was my big play. That was my big play. All right. Back to the Automa. They're upgrading again. So we're going to place one of these out. And it's going to go right here. And they gain 1 point, putting them up to 60. I am going to spend 1 plus $2 to put that out there. I was really wishing that I could have built that before I did that previous turn, because that would have been 2 more points. But I was 1 worker short and couldn't do it. Oh, it's upsetting. It's upsetting. Automa worker's turn. And they're going to take one of those actions, so it'll be this one here, so that's covered up. And they gain a point, putting them at 61 to my 51. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 2 of this power to move 2 power there. That is an action you can do right here. It says show 1 power going away and 1 moving into there. So I did that. I now have 2 power. I'm going to spend that 2 power to then place 2 satellites. Well, I guess actually we need to place 1. I'll just go like that. Because this is 4 power, 5, 6, there. 4 plus 3 is 7. Yeah. Which, that is another Federation. So I'm going to take this 12.1, which brought me up to 63. Barely in the lead. But that's going to dwindle with in-game scoring, I guarantee it. Because he's doing very well. And they're going to upgrade because they don't have a mine to put out. And it's going to be first one here. That one goes there. And he's covering up 5th in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You always skip over ones that are already covered. And 2 points. Oh, look, it's tied back up. I have 1 QIC. I think that might be the end of the game for me. Yeah, I can spend that QIC to get a worker, which will then help for end game scoring. No, it won't, because they're in sets of threes. I guess it would, because I could then, I'm going to kill this power to gain another power. I'm going to kill both of those 2 power. I'm going to spend those 2 power to gain 2 money. I'm going to spend that QIC to gain 1 worker. I basically just did all that to get a point, because I have 3 and 15, 18 now. So that'll be 6 points at the end of the game. And I have to pass at this point. So I pass. That is it for me. On to the Automa. They also pass. They're going to gain 6 points, putting them at 1, 2, and 3, putting them at 68 to my 73. That is end of game. Now let's figure out how we're sitting on the main scoreboard. So, buildings and federation. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that puts them at 13 total. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total. So the Automa is in first, so they're going to gain 18. So that's 2, 12, 17, 18. I am in third, so I get 6, 1, and 5, putting me at 69. Terrible joke. And now, Gaia planets. They still have 2. I have 1, 2, 3 Gaia planets. So I will get 12, 79, 81, and they're going to get 6. So 86, 92, 92 for their total. All right, so now let's go with technologies. So they have one level of it, so they're going to get 4 points. So that puts them at 96. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 times 4 is 16, so 81, 87, 97. I just took the lead. Forgot about the technology bonuses at the end of the game for points. And now you add up total number of resources that you have. So I have 18, which puts me at 6. That was 97, and 6 is 103. I squeaked out the victory. Oh, it's amazing! It's amazing! All right, so, yeah, let's talk about Gaia Project. Hey guys, so that was Gaia Project. Where do I even start? It wasn't very good. It's not a very good game. I'm not very good at acting. It's amazing. I love this game. It basically takes Terra Mystica and does away with some of the things that I just kind of thought were ho-hum, like the religion tracks in Terra Mystica. It was okay. There were many games where I played where I totally ignored those tracks, or like would move up once and then call it a day. Whereas with Gaia Project, you have to adhere to these technology tracks. It is great. Like, it affects how well you can terraform planets. It affects the distance that you can travel to get to planets. It can give you income, like multiple things about Oh, plus the Gaia forming technology, like being able to get that and then to settle all of those trans-dim planets, the uninhabitable ones. That opens things up for you immensely. So those tracks are great. Plus, that's how you get those advanced technologies, which, as you saw, I used pretty well at the end of the game to get some points. But like pushing that up also gave me that one faction or Federation token, which was again 7 more points, $6 more, which basically turned into 2 more points at the end of the game. So that was 9 points right there. Plus the 4 from that faction. So that was a 13-point play that I did at the end there. Yeah, like, plus I feel like they've really figured out like the faction abilities with Gaia Project, like in Terra Mystica, and it's hard to not like compare the two because, I mean, it even says on the game box, a Terra Mystica game, like Gaia Project, a Terra Mystica. Like you can't not compare the two, and I feel like the factions in Gaia Project seem to be a little more fleshed out. Like you feel very different. Like I felt like I was really pushing up technologies. And that's ultimately in the end what won me the game, was getting all those technology. I was up 4 levels total, so that was 16 points to the Automa's 1. So they had 4 points. So that's a 12-point swing just in technology, which the best gods do great at. So I really feel like it's much easier to like just, you feel like you're more technology based because the best gods, the robots, they're technology based. Like each faction feels much more different than in Terra Mystica. Terra Mystica, they did feel different, but I feel like they've really honed it down and did a lot of development into making them feel much more varied in with Gaia Project. And not that it didn't feel varied in Terra Mystica, which was a thing I loved about Terra Mystica, but I feel like Gaia Project does it better. The track is better. Nothing bad to say. Nothing. Nothing. I like that like similar to Terra Mystica, the rounds. You score points differently. I like that the end game scoring is variable. The only complaint I have was I have 3 production issues with my copy. One of the let's focus on that. One of the advanced technologies, as you can see, it's scuffed right there. One of the factions, I don't have it here, but like up here where their name is, that was kind of scuffed across it, like a bunch of white. And then I was also missing one piece. Does that make me think less of the game? No, not at all. I've already contacted Z-Man Games about getting a replacement for that one piece. And honestly, like, while, yes, a tiny part of me is sad that this isn't perfect, but will it ruin my enjoyment of the game? No. Oh, no. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. I like that they did the Automa thing for solo players because I play a lot of solo games. Yeah. 2 thumbs up. Like, way, way up. It's going to be in my top 10. It's whether or not it pushes Terra Mystica out. I'll have to wait and see. I'm gonna have to play Terra Mystica again to see how I feel about it. Terra Mystica was within my top 5, I believe. I think it was my number 3 or 2. I love it. But Gaia Project, I think, is better. So where does Terra Mystica land afterwards? I don't know. That's something for the future. Anyway, oh my good, or yeah, I forget what I put the bottle upstairs, but whatever. That beer is amazing. Red Hook, they do great stuff. Yeah, I think that's about it for this week. Sorry to be gone for so long. Hopefully, things will be picking up here. I've got a couple projects in the works. Some more stuff on that in the future. Yeah, there's some exciting things happening. Anyway, yeah, hope you guys had fun. I know I did. Gaia Project, huh? Yeah. See you guys next time. Take care.